Question for you. So you previously described yourself as a certified bad bitch.
24/7.
Do you
off?
Do you like slay? Like you got mad bitches because you're a certified bad bitch. Do you got mad bitches?
No, I feel like I'm somewhat retired. What do you mean? Okay, wait. Let me finish before I answer.
Of course.
Of course. I'm sorry.
Do you get mad bitches?
As in like.
And by the way, who
do you go for? Guys or girls?
Guys, girls,
or
both.
I like boys. I like men.
Okay, you like men.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Because when I drink, like, I'm personally like, I don't like vagina, but like, I'm down to play with some ass and titties. Like, that's fun.
All right.
That's why I asked Kiko.
Get it?
That's why I asked Kiko.
So
about your sexuality.
So like, I don't know. I kind of get the impression. Like, I feel like you got game. So like, do you get mad bitches?
Honestly, yes. However, let me clarify something. I feel like the older that I'm getting, I'm washing them away. Why? Because I'm getting older. I want a man who loves me
23?
openly.
You're 23.
Yeah, I'm 23.
But you got plenty of time to sow the wild oats. Is that how that goes?
Let's spill the tea real quick, okay? Let's spill the tea. My experiences from dating are way more different than theirs. I'm a trans girl. Like, men, honestly, like, it's so fucking rare that you ever even find a guy that's being like, let me take you out. Let's go see a movie. Let's go have dinner. No, they're just trying to fuck. I'm a fetish to like 98% of those fucking guys. You know? So my thing right now is like, okay, yeah, sexually I can probably have whatever the fucking guy I want to.
You sure about
that? No, honestly, like I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like if I genuinely like that guy, or if I like,
there's nothing godly about it.
Yeah.
Not you, sorry.
So like if I'm attracted to them sexually, like I've 95% of the time I'll get it. However, I'm getting to a certain age now, like a level of maturity, where it's like, okay, sex is just sex at this point. I want intimacy, and I want it outside of closed doors.
Yep.
You want something that's not shallow and superficial. You want more than just sex.
Yeah, like
Yep.
Like I crave intimacy, like, and honestly, like that's something that I want long term, and I'm at a level of maturity. Like I said, I'm clearing the fucking roster. I don't give a fuck if you're a fucking football player, if you know so and so person, if you know X, Y, and Z. Like I don't give a fuck. Like
clearing the roster. What do you mean by that? Do you have confirm or deny?
Do you have blue
is there a
checks
roster
in your DMs?
Yeah.
You're just running through famous dudes.
I'm not gonna be like cocky, like, yeah, I have hundreds, but I have like a good amount.
But you said a roster, so like, what question for you? What's the most amount of people that you've dated?
All at once?
All at once.
Like in rotation?
Same time, rotation, however you want to.
Honestly, like 3.
In rotation.
Okay.
Yeah. No, like I'll have men. I'm like, okay, this one's annoying me. Like, okay, it's time to clear his ass and let's bench this person right there.
Do you meet men through March Madness out here?
Honestly, so I did the dating app thing. Like I said, it was a full fetish. Like that's all it was. So
Did you put it on your? Sorry.
So do they know that you're trans?
That's what I was gonna ask.
100%.
Do you put it out there?
I don't care how passable you are. I feel like you have to disclose.
Respect.
And this is why.
Very important.
Because they're especially like,
ding.
Like there's like, okay, let's say I go out on a guy and and honestly, I'm gonna talk about this right now. At my job.
Do it. Let's go.
No, at my job, I had an experience with an old coworker. I'm not gonna say what my real job is.
Say his full name.
No.
What's his social
I'm not
security?
gonna say his name. But I got offended because, long story short, he basically said that if he went on like a date with a trans girl and he didn't know that she was trans, and she is like a fucking baddie, like I'm talking ass, titties, like operating, you couldn't even fucking tell. Like this is the baddest bitch. And he found out that she was trans. He said that he would feel the need to bring out his weapon.
Oh,
exactly.
So it's a safety issue.
It's a safety issue. Like it doesn't matter what you are. Like I feel like you can be the most cuntiest, like fucking bad bitchery, like passable girl, I feel like you have to disclose. And I get it. Some girls, like, I kind of come to a pride thing too with trans girls. It's like, well, I worked so hard to get to my womanhood and blah, 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 blah. I get that and I fully respect it. Like, whatever you want to be stealth. But when it comes to a man, and especially in dating, and this, like I said, this is my opinion. And like, if any other like trans girls are watching, or if any other trans girls are watching, any of the dolls are watching, hit my DMs because, and if I'm saying something that's misinforming, educate me because I'm totally open to that. But I feel like when you're one of the dolls, you have to disclose when it comes to dating, because this is how there's things like murders, violence, you know, X, Y, and Z. This is how trans girls like end up in sticky situations 9 times out of 10. Because they don't disclose.
Absolutely
X, Y, and Z, particularly X and Y.
I will say that. However, I will say though that being in the social scene, I can walk into a bar and I'm the most confident bitch ever. A man will still go out of his way, and these are the ones that I'm talking about that are like little closets or whatever you want to call them. Be like, tranny.
I agree. I've heard the same thing from some of my friends. They're like, if I found out, because I went to Thailand and they're like, bro, like the lady boys, whatever. I didn't do anything. But they're like, if I found out that, because a lot of them are really believable. Like they get their Adam's apple shaved down, they get their dick cut off. Like they get everything done. And I've heard the same thing from like a couple of my friends. They're like, yeah, like I'm swinging if I find out that.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
This is why I fully always recommend to the dolls, to all of my trans girls, even trans men, like anybody within a sticky situation like that, you have to disclose.
Gotta disclose.
I 100%. Like even when it comes to dating apps, like you asked me if I put in there, hell yeah, I do.
Mad respect to you.
I'm not gonna risk myself fucking being in a situation where something stupid could happen to me over something that, one, I could have easily prevented, and two, because I don't want to spend my time with somebody who's ignorant or who doesn't agree with me. Then that's on them. I respect your opinion, but you know what? It's not worth my time.
That's personal responsibility that us conservatives love.
Honestly, what's funny?
Yeah, honestly, no, yours are being really
no, like you're being rude. I'm talking about a big situation.
And you talk about side convers and sidebars,
you're right.
And you're laughing at her this whole time. It's really fucking rude.
No, like let's talk about it. Like we're gonna have to
it's really
I'm genuinely, rude. I'm not.
Hey, listen.
I'm not saying this to be confrontational, but like I'm all for people having opinions and fully respecting them. But I'm not going to deal with the side laughing because it's not okay.
It's really rude. It's not professional.
Because I'm 100% open to hearing your point of view on things.
No,
that's totally fair.
Act like this big old Christian
were not laughing at you.
Man of God. I don't think a man of God would conduct himself this way. I'm sorry. There's certain ways to show face. If you want to go laugh about it in your private doors.
Don't project onto me what you think a man of God would do. I just want to say for the record, I respect you saying that you disclose that. I think that's a very good thing, and I think that that's healthy for society, and I think that more trans people absolutely should do that so that we can minimize violence, because I don't think violence is a good way to deal with anything in this realm at all. And I think what you're saying is good in that aspect.
No, and also let me just finish something by saying that I'm not also saying that trans girls only get hate crimed or whatever, violence or whatever, just because of that. They get hate crimed as well because of other shit too.
Yeah,
but that
which I don't support.
That is just one of the things that
preventable. It's a preventable one.
That's a preventable one from happening to us. It's preventable.
Yeah,
that was my whole point of that.
Again, I respect you disclosing that, and I want to state for the record, I don't support violence against trans people. I don't think that's a good thing.
Violence is wrong. I'm glad we can all agree on that.
No,
don't hurt people for no reason.
But don't fucking play with me because.
Okay, so the original question.
Have you ever fucked someone up who like was like, yo, I hate trans people, and they were like trying to get violent with you?
No, if I'm being 100% honest, like I don't give a fuck what people's opinions are. Like I'm the baddest bitch. You can't change my fucking mind. Yeah, maybe come out as delusional, but I don't give a fuck what the fuck you have to say. You think I dress like this and have fucking 40-inch weave in my head and these fake lashes in for some man? Absolutely not. I do it because you know what? I feel beautiful, and with or without it, and like. I don't give a fuck.
Period.
One thing you're not going to do, though, is play with me in my face.
May I ask a question?
Don't play with me in my face like that, because that's when it becomes an issue. And that's goes for anybody, because you know what? I'm the most patient person ever. I don't care if we're at the club, we're at dinner, whatever. I'll let some shit slide. But if it keeps on going...
She's been very patient.
Nah, you quit fucking playing with me, because that's why you're playing with my face.
She's been very patient. So
okay, point taken. I have a question for you, if I may ask. Yeah. Are you on hormones?
Yes.
How long have you been on hormones?
Since I was 19, 20.
How do you feel like it's changed you as a person?
I'm a lot more emotional. However, I feel like it also made me a little more strong-minded.
How so?
I'm not as much of a crybaby as I used to be.
Really?
Got it. Okay, so the original point was, or the initial question was, we were talking about body count, and I was basically just going around asking, somebody knocking? Somebody knock?
Might be one of your neighbors. Sounds like it's one of your neighbors.
Yeah, it's on the wall.
Is it the wall? I don't know. Somebody. Oops.
Eric, do you want to check on it?
No, don't open the door. Eric, don't open the door.
I won't open it.
Okay. So, why are you checking, Eric? Don't check. No checking. Don't open the
They're
door.
gonna kidnap you, Eric.
Yeah,
Don't
they're gonna kidnap you.
Do your neighbors
Okay.
complain a lot?
Huh?
Do your neighbors
Wait,
complain
are
a
they
lot?
doing it again?
And whatever, we're just gonna continue. Okay, so the body count thing, right? The body count thing. We were talking about what's it called?
Ask
Sorry,
you
the
on the
fucking
first
thing's
date.
distracting me. Yeah, so you guys all answered. Some of you said, maybe it's a little iffy. I'll tell you this, and maybe this is me giving girls a bit of game here. If a guy is asking what your body count is, even on the first date, that means that he's actually interested in you. And he's trying to, like, because if a guy...
But he's also socially retarded.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
I
socially
agree with you.
retarded.
He's the type of guy who needs to hire Billy's friend for his dating profile pictures.
No,
Yeah, if
I
it's on the
disagree.
first date.
I disagree. No, because
I mean,
look,
I
if it's
have-
important to you, why? Like, I think it's best to get those sorts of potential deal breakers. Just get them out on the first date.
Certain things
Figure
that
it
are first
out.
date
Yeah.
appropriate and certain things that
I
aren't.
hear you, but I
Bro,
think
okay.
that makes it more like a meeting. And I've gone on one date with a guy who made it like that. He's like, "Would you be down to get married very quickly after started dating? I also don't think you should wait a long time for an engagement. And also, after you get married, I don't think you should wait a long time to have a baby." I'm like, whoa, this is not a business deal. Relationships are complicated. You need a connection before you make sure that everything's aligned. And that's like the basis of everything is a connection. So I think those questions are important to come in time, but I don't think you should just go into a first date and like rip out all your hardest questions and types. Like, how do you want to raise a kid? Like, those are very important. But if you don't even have that initial connection, it's like, there's no point.
But if a girl says, like, look, if a girl says something that, for example,
Yes.
that is just, and you are looking for something long term, whether you're a girl or a guy, and for example, if someone says, I don't want to have kids, and you ask, do you want to have kids one day?
That's a
people might-
reasonable first date question.
But some people might say, "Whoa, this is our first date meeting."
No.
But
No,
that's
no.
but why aren't men allowed to have ask these sorts of questions that
Because
could be
kids
Brian,
is the
super important?
future.
It's invasive.
Kids is what you want to have in the future. Your body count is things that you've done in relationships. And if somebody's not going to be in a relationship, why do you need to share such personal information with them that they're just going to like go and not have any use for? If you tell someone like, "Oh yeah, I want kids," like that's not really personal information. That's just like, "Do you like chicken?" Yeah, but
Yeah, but on a one-on-one,
Guys,
on a one-on-one,
Guys, it's like this, okay? If I'm going on a first date with a girl, Brian, I'm gonna ask her, yo, like, do you want kids? Do you want to have a family? Like,
Do you believe in God?
Do you believe in God? Are you down with traditional values? All that kind of stuff. All of that, and yes, around here in California, that's gonna turn a lot of girls off, which is why I don't date girls here in the area. All that's fair game, first date, but the body count question, bro, it's like a socially. We're not allowed to say the word retarded, but it's a socially it's a socially retarded question to ask on the first date because
say the R word from here on out.
because if a guy says, "Hey, what's your body count on the first date?" the woman's gonna be like, "Are you kidding me right now?" Like vet her, find out if you guys have chemistry, and if so, I'm gonna give you guys a tip. Check out her social media, check out her Facebook, her Instagram, all that kind of stuff. Look at her past. If you see her partying and you see her with a bunch of chads going out to the clubs in the past, you can be reasonably certain that she's got a decently high body count, okay? Now, not all women do, but if there are those indicators, you can be reasonably certain. Now, if you like the girl and you guys have chemistry and all that kind of stuff, you start building that relationship with her, and then a few dates in, if an opportunity comes up where it's not weird, you could ask her. But if you ask her on the first date right off the bat, it's like, bro, like she's probably gonna be like, yo, are you kidding me right now, dude? And it'll probably kill the vibe.
Well, it depends on what her body count
disagree.
is.
I
If she has a
disagree.
high body count, she's going to be
It's very- I think it's
really,
objectifying in a
really
sense.
like
No.
difficult to break open and
I
want to
think
tell you
you'll
that.
be
But if she has a
offended
low
anyway.
body count, she's going to tell you that right away. And because women know they
It's
know that a
offensive,
low body
though.
count is like something to flex, and a high body count is something to hide.
But
No,
still,
So it
was a lot
depends
of
on the
girls
kind of
think a
woman. So
high body
I kind
count.
of see what Brian's
Yeah.
point is.
I will add a caveat.
Because if you ask
Yeah.
someone on the first date, hey, what's your body count? And she's hesitant,
No, I
Then
disagree.
it might be that she has a high body count, but it
No.
also
No.
might be
It's
that like it's
offensive. It
just
makes it
really
seem like I have a
invasive
high
because
body
you're just
count
getting to
and
know
you
them.
Yeah,
I'll
I think
disprove- yeah.
I think a lot of girls with high body counts are actually very happy to tell you. They're very empowered.
been true
That's
on the
exactly
show.
what
That's
I
been true on the
liberated.
show. That's been true on the show
Yeah.
for sure. The chicks with the highest body counts have been like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's 39. I will add a caveat. I was talking to a girl recently. I knew that she was extremely interested in me. She knew that I was very interested in her right off the bat. And I could tell she was very modest, had good values, good morals, all that kind of stuff, bit younger. And I asked her, are you a virgin? And she told, this was in the first 48 hours of us talking, and she said yes. Okay, so like there are times, like if there's sufficient interest and you guys are already vibing, you can ask. But like if you just, it's a socially thing to just ask right off the bat until you have the vibes established. It's a great way to kill the vibe. Would you guys agree with
It's
that?
almost
Yeah,
like, why
I
are you
agree.
asking that? Is that your single determinant factor if you want to be in a relationship with somebody? Because if you're just going off a number alone,
Yeah.
of course that's important. Everybody should have their own standards for themselves. But like, if your number's like, oh, 5 or more, I'm done, I'm leaving. Like, it just seems very disingenuous, and it just seems like you're not really looking for the right things, even though you actually are.
Yeah.
It's just, there's always a way to go about things, and there's always a way to deliver things. That's with everything in life, whether it's political things, whether it's dating. There's always the right way
no,
to
but-
deliver.
Like third date
Yes.
question.
I feel like if
no,
I,
it's
if I
not
was
a third date question.
I think it's a third
It's
date question.
It's of any date question.
if the vibe is there.
Exactly.
It
If the
depends.
vibe
Every
is
girl's
there.
different. Every relationship's different. Every connection's different. If you feel there's those people that you meet and it's like, wow, where have you been my whole life? Like our souls are
Yeah.
aligned. I just
Yeah.
feel like I've known you for a million years.
Yeah.
Those
Sure.
things, I think you stay up all night talking about your childhood, body count,
Exactly.
when I lost my virginity, all those types of little tiny things. But if it's just like a random girl that you match with on Hinge, you meet, you take her out for drinks, you're like, yo, so what's your body count? Like that just makes you look so bad as a guy, even if it's coming from a great place, which I can acknowledge.
Think, okay,
it is.
so I think you can first off frame the question in a better way. I mean, I don't know exactly how I would articulate it, but you could
Just
say
be like,
something
have
like,
you been ran through?
yeah, I'm sure that would go over well.
That was
So are you ran through?
You could ask like, are you willing to have sex before marriage? And if they say yes, then say, do you have sex outside of relationships? Things like that. Like I'm somebody that is a big thing for me. Like I'm not a one night stand type of girl, to put it that way. Like I'm physically incapable of sleeping with somebody if I just met them and think they're cute. I'm an emotional person. I like connecting. I'm a girl. I like commitment. And I think it would undersell myself if I just slept with a guy who thought I was good looking and liked me for a night. Like I want to see a man try and vie, and that's what courting is. Women used to be courted by men. Now they slide up on your pictures, like your story, and they're like, I'm in. No, you're not.
I mean, that's because
you're not.
I mean, courtship is reserved for ladies, you know,
Yeah.
gentlemen and ladies. Most women today are not ladies.
A lot of men
That's
today
not
aren't
a
gentlemen.
That's not a bad point.
So a lot of women have slept with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people. They're dating multiple people at the same time. You don't get courtship if you're not a traditional woman, point
I
blank,
agree.
period.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
And most women are not traditional women and they're dating multiple people. I'm not going to court you when you have 3 other dudes that you're
You
dating.
shouldn't.
So why
And
don't you
most
ask that
other women-
question? Why don't you ask that question? Are you
These
talking to
traditional
anybody
women.
else?
I do ask that question.
Good.
I think that's
I do-
more.
I
That's
do
a
ask that
better
question.
first date question.
I do ask that question, but I do care about your past too.
I feel like
you
if
ask
you
them, are you open to having sex before marriage?
I think that's a much easier question than a body
Yeah.
count, because usually the girl will lend information like, oh yeah, I had sex this time, but it's
Yeah,
important
I'll ask
to
that
me.
on the first date.
That's a
I'll
good
ask that
question
on
to
the
ask,
first
because if
date.
they're like, oh yeah, I don't think
Because
that
I don't
sex
want
is
to wait till
serious.
marriage. So yeah,
Right, so
I'll ask
here's
that on the first date.
So it's an interesting question too, because I know that you don't want to get married,
Uh-huh.
and it also actually leaves me wondering, Brian, like if you're not interested in getting married, why do you care about what the girl's body count is? Like
Is that a serious question?
Yeah,
think it's
it
a great
is.
question.
That's a good
Because
question. What
because
does that
if
have
you're
to
not
do with-
interested in like a serious long-term relationship with the girl that you're talking to, I mean,
Hygiene?
would you ask a woman?
Hygiene does not correlate to body count.